What's up guys? So today I had a little idea to make a video. I wanted to basically do the world's shittest track breakdown for you all. So track breakdowns I see on YouTube are just so boring, and I wanted to make something that's just quick, easy, and actually gets to the point. So I'm going to be breaking down my biggest track to date, No Hablo Espanol, which somehow has got like 2.7 million streams, and I made it when I knew next to nothing about producing. So yeah, I'm going to break it down, show you guys how simple it is, and hopefully you get something from it. Alright, so just getting straight in, we're going to start off with the drums first. So there's literally a kick here, 4 to the floor, you just want it on every downbeat, and then basically on its own it sounds like this. Pretty fucking simple, but all you need to do is just make sure that you've got a clean sample. As you can see, the processing, all I've literally got is just a little bit of EQ on there, and that's all it needs. Like, then it's a perfect kick. Just make sure you got a good sample. All right, then the main drums sound like this. And again, it's just all about sample selection. As you can see, the only processing that I've got on is a little bit of OTT, just 10% of depth, like very, these are my settings, very simple. And then a tiny bit of compression as well. And then on top of that, I've got like a little bit of EQ, just cutting out the low end. So altogether, the drums sound like this. It's a groove. Alright, so now is the time to whack a groovy bass line in there. I made my bass line actually in Ableton. I was watching like some tech house tutorial, and I basically just went into operator in Ableton, a synthesizer. I just basically filtered a sine wave and then wrote a little melody on my MIDI keyboard, and it sounds like this. The only effects I've got on this is just a little bit of compression, which is doing the side chain, so it's basically ducking out the volume when the kick plays. You can see this here. And then I've also got a little bit of EQing on, but that is literally it. So it's basically the most basic bass patch you can find. If you look up Ableton Tech House bass tutorial, something like that, you'll find a good video. It's super simple. Alright, so with this track, I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I found a sample in Splice that I liked, and there's nothing wrong with that. This track has got like 2.7 million streams or something like that, and yeah, I mean, I don't really know how it happened, but there we go. So Splice can be good. So I found this sample, I knew what key I wanted the song to be in, which helped me write the bass line, and then I found a vocal that will go with it as well, and basically it's just a matter of arranging it, using a little bit of automation. So I use auto filter here to bring in. You can hear the pianos filtering in, just adds a little bit of like diversity to the track. And then yeah, it's basically just about arranging it in a way that is gonna sound good on club speakers and in a club sound system. So use reference tracks, get other extended mixes up, compare yours to theirs, and just make sure I put in basically 30 seconds of drums at the start. Then I went into a breakdown where I've got the vocal and the piano playing on their own, as you can hear. Here, just the piano and vocal, and then the drums. So the whole point of the video today is I just want to show you guys how simple it can be to make a track. I literally just found some good drums that I put together, wrote a bass line. As long as you've got a good vocal and melody to go with it that can really carry the track, then like you've literally got everything. You just need to piece it together well, add a few effects. I've got a couple of little sweeps here, up and down, just to make the transitions a little bit more clean. And then of course, as I do in every single track, I also have some vinyl crackle laying underneath, which just adds a tiny bit of texture that you'd never be able to notice. When I play the track without having the vinyl crackle underneath, you would notice the difference. So you can't actually hear it, but it makes these small differences. And that's literally the entire breakdown of my track No Hablo Espanol. I know that this has been super quick. If you want to break down into it a bit more, you can grab the project file yourself and you can steal some of the samples and break down into it. All you need to do is just go to scrapsaudio.com or sign up to my Patreon, and then yeah, you can get the project file for yourself to just check it out. But I hope this has been helpful and just shows you how simple you can make a track, and actually it streams pretty well. So thank you guys for the love on the track, and I'll see you in the next video.